Hi everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, big welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here today. Oh, so much to share with you. So as far as shop update goes, I will be doing some dyeing today. I'm actually recording this on Friday. I usually try to record on Thursdays, but it's Friday the 20th. And yes, I haven't dyed anything yet. My goal is to still do some dyeing today, which means it's going to be a late day of dyeing, but I had to go get some work done on my car, so it is what it is. Anyway, but we're going to get into today. So for shop update, I will just share with you there will be new colorway coming to the shop, at least one, if not two new colorways coming to the shop soon. So within the next week here, keep an eye out. Yeah, I will just share that with you. Definitely keep an eye on Instagram as well. I do, of course, try to send out like a monthly newsletter, but which actually I probably will include this in the monthly newsletter because it's near the end of the month. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. And if you aren't signed up for the newsletter yet, definitely feel free to do so. I'll include the link below. If you're watching, I think on computer and on like your mobile device, if you under the video there's like a little dot and it says more usually next to it. If you click on that, and it should show like the title of the video and then more information like links and fun stuff like that, and I include all that down there. And so links to things I talk about, links to the newsletter, for example. You can sign up there and I will not spam your inbox, I promise. I just don't have enough time to create that many newsletters, so you'll get maybe one a month at the most. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. It's a great way to find out about fun new things from Multifarious Nature and new colorways, things like that, promotions. And then if there's anything else just fun that I just stumble upon, I love to share it with you guys. So you'll see it there. Anyway, we'll get into works in progress first, and we'll start with the big cozy cardi. So I worked on this quite a bit today as well while I was waiting for my card to be work done. Just a whole ordeal. But anyway, I'll get into that with our life update a little bit at the end if you care to hang around for that. But I'm of course mid-row. So this is the Big Cozy Cardi by Andrea Mowry, and it is so pretty. And by the way, guys, this is natural light. I do not have a light on. We actually have light. It's not sunlight. It's a very overcast, but I will take it. So this is a Multifarious Nature colorway. It is chestnut. It's super gorgeous. Very like warm brown. It has like this kind of a orange tonality to it, and it's just so beautiful and cozy looking. I really like the way the pattern's turning out. I actually am doing it correct. So for those of you that are new, you may not know this, but I had knit basically this amount, if not actually, I'm almost there. I still have a little ways to go before I am back where I was, but I ripped it all out. I did. I completely ripped it out. I was this far and I ripped it all out. And if you're working on the cozy cardi, you probably just cringed because it's a lot of knitting. It is. I'm not going to even remotely sugarcoat it. It is a lot of knitting. This is fingering weight yarn. This is my 100% non-superwash, and it is Peruvian Highland wool, and I just absolutely love it. I've had multiple people that have purchased it that just were so impressed. They loved it so much because it is so super cozy and squishy. Excellent for stitch definition. You can see all that wonderful stitch definition. And it's just, it's amazing base. I absolutely love it. So I'm basically making what I would consider like a blanket cardigan. It's amazing. Let me give you a picture here. Of course, you can look on Ravelry as well, but I love to show you guys. So this is Andrea Mowry's Big Cozy Cardi, and so this is the part I'm working on right now. This large, it's a paid-for pattern, but for all intents and purposes, you're making a very large rectangle. I don't want to give too much away, but that's what I'm working on. So as you can see, I'm going to have quite a distance to knit still. I'm like probably about here. I got a ways to go. Got a ways to go. And then I'm going to do this collar section here in my wonderful Surrey. This is my Autumn Kiss colorway, which is so gorgeous. Oh, I love this color. I think it would look so beautiful on so many different skin tones. I really do. I think this is one of those colors that just looks good on everyone. Absolutely everyone. It is a variegated, beautiful, like, not even salmon. It's not salmon. It's like a corally color, and then there's like a deep, deep burgundy speckling throughout. It's absolutely gorgeous. So again, this is my Surrey alpaca base. So I'm mixing that. That's going to be the color for this. So it's pretty much going to look like I'm wearing a scarf with my cardigan. So it'll just be on there. Yes, it's very much fun color, and it's like cardigans. I feel like a lot of times, you know, individuals like to do very neutral, but I'm having fun with it. One, it's pretty much neutral because it's this brown, but I'm going to have some fun with this because why not have some fun? When you wear a cardigan that's neutral, it's fun to have a fun pop of color, and this pop of color will just always be with it. So I love that. Makes it really easy to accessorize, you know? It's like you've already got your scarf attached to it. I am using my Knit Pick square, four square needles. They're absolutely amazing. I love these. They do work really well. I am a huge Chiaogu fan. The metal, the red lace interchangeable set is absolutely one of my favorite sets. But this interchangeable set is definitely coming in there close to second and close to first, but definitely second. It is the Knit Picks 4 square. And in the majestic colorway, because I'm pretty sure it only comes in the majestic colorway, at least at the moment. But yes, I am loving it, and it's so much fun. I've just been knitting away on it. When I was at the car place, like I said today, getting work done on my car, I was knitting away on this, and it was absolutely blissful knitting. Other than the stress of the car, this was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved it. So knit on that quite a bit. And then I also have a new work in progress I want to talk to you guys about, but this is the What Tomorrow Brings shawl. It is using, I'm mid-row on all of these things. I am just terrible today. Good grief. This is where I am at, and it's using Suburban Stitchers Advent for 2022. It is very pretty, very soft. I dare say pastel. It's like just very, very, very soft Advent, and it's so much fun. This shawl pattern is awesome. It's What Tomorrow Brings shawl. Oh, who is the designer? Telly Bean Knits, Stephanie Lotvin. She is the designer of the pattern, and love it. It's definitely designed for an Advent. It's designed for a 25-day Advent, all minis, but you can definitely do it with any Advent. You can use this for any Advent, as long as you have at least, I would say at least 10 grams of each color. You'd probably be good. Don't quote me on that. It's designed for a pattern with 20 gram skeins, mini skeins, all 20 grams. But anyway, I definitely have remnants of each colorway, but it's varying remnants depending on the section. But it's really fun. As you can see, there's just so much different texture. There's lace sections, there's garter stitch. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. So there, I also purchased Telly Bean's cowl, which is for like remnants from this pattern. And I'm going to use it probably with remnants from any Advent, because I'm going to show you guys here. This is a whole bunch of minis. There's a full size, well, part of the full size from my 2021 Advent, my Multifarious Nature Advent, but the rest are all, and then this is from 2022, but these are all minis. These are remnant minis from Advents I've gotten in the past, and there's some decent sized minis. So I just have to figure out like which ones I'd want to use, and I could just mix and match and make, you know, this like mini wonderful cowl. So excited about that. But yes, very much enjoying this pattern. I'm taking my time. It's designed as an advent though, so each day is a color and each section is a color. So it's really fun. As you can see, I'm only on I think day 10 or something. I was not rushing through this. I'm taking my sweet time, and it's been really nice to knit on, I have to say. It's kind of a treat that it's an advent and it's like counting down, but I'm not racing to get through it. So it's really, really nice. Very, very enjoyable. So for January, I've been focusing on that, and it's great. It's great. I love it. So I do recommend it. If you're looking for a fun pattern for Advent, I do recommend Telly Bean Knits. It's really fun. You just have to double check if you could do it with 10 gram minis. I'm not 100% on that because I know there are Advents out there that are 10 grams. So anyway, next work in progress. So last week I did talk to you guys about my brick sweater that I was going to frog because, well, I just don't wear it. It was too big. It was too big, and it was getting to that point where I was like, I just don't wear it, and I want to wear it. It's a really nice wool, and it's just not okay with me. So I ripped it back. Completely back. I frogged the entire thing. It is completely frogged. There you have it. I did show, I think on Instagram, I'm pretty sure I shared that, like, I frogged it completely. And yes, you guys, I have started it again. And not only am I starting it again, I am doing another brick sweater. However, this time, instead of just doing the, instead of just using the Lettlopi, which is what the, it's not really, it is spun. It's semi-spun, like lightly spun. And I'm holding it double with, I do not know what this yarn is. It came on a cone. I got it from the Michigan Fiber Festival. They had like a booth for donations, and then you could help yourself to whatever was there, and this was there, and I honestly could not tell you the content of what is in this. I couldn't tell you, but it looks like a tweed. It's really cute and fun, and it has like kind of this, again, coral. See, corals and browns. It's a thing for me right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I am holding it, like I said, double with this, and then knitting it up. I'm knitting a size smaller than I had knit prior. I think it's at least a size smaller. I definitely then adjusted the needle size to get gauge. So my hope and hope and hope is that this will fit. I will definitely be trying it on as I am going through the process of making it, but I did just want to let you guys know that I completely frogged it, and I am starting over so that I am revamping this beautiful wool. It's great because when I first made that sweater, I don't think I was very good at tensioning my yarn, especially with doing front and backs and things of that nature. So it's really, it's nice to see that my technique has gotten better, and I can tell that this is going to look a lot better. It's probably going to wear better because the tensioning is better. I feel really good about it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I am not like I said, I'm not knitting it the same. I'm holding it double with this, and then I'm going to use the contrasting light brown color that I did with this, which is, I'm pretty sure this is a different type of Lopi yarn. It's heavier weight than this. I'm going to use this for, I'm pretty sure I can use it for the collar and the cuffs. I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for the ribbing on the bottom, but I'll at least be able to use it for the cuffs and the collar, and that will be the contrast for it. So it's just a subtle contrast, but I like it. And the green, I am completely removing it from the sweater that I'm going to use for something else completely. But yeah, I'm really excited to give it a whole new life and make it a sweater that I will wear, because there's nothing worse than beautiful yarn in a sweater that's just sitting there and you're not going to wear it, but you want to wear it, but you're not going to wear it because every time you throw it on, it's not functional for you. It's got to be functional. Okay. All right. So that is that. As far as like what's next with projects, I have, what's next? Oh, and I didn't tell you the brick sweater. Okay, in case you're looking, I'll put it in the notes below as well. The brick sweater does not have the designer's name on it. Soho Knit or Sew Knit. Sew Knit. That's not the designer's name. I think this was like in an article or something, but this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it should have been more fitted. So I actually am making it, again, like I said, size smaller, and I'm going to be doing the waist shaping, so it should fit more like this, hopefully, versus the oversized fit that I had before. So I'm hopeful it'll fit better. Did a lot of spinning this past week. I did not work on my socks again. I know. I told you guys I was going to work on it, and I do. I feel a little bit bad that I didn't, and to be honest, I brought them with me to the car place today to work on that as well, instead of just the big cozy cardi. I also brought that so I could work a little bit on the sock. I did one row on that sock, and I was so stressed out, I just couldn't even focus. I could not even focus on that knit. And that, the Maelle Classic, I do enjoy that pattern, but it is taking a little bit of focus for me, and I do need to be able to focus on it, and I did not have it in me when I was at the car place today. I did not. For those of you that know me well, this shouldn't surprise you, but I do not like going to the car place to have my car work done. I don't understand half of what they tell me. I understand a little bit, but when they start going into a lot of detail, I get very stressed, overwhelmed, and I know I'm not the only person out there that feels that way, but it's not my language. It's not my language. There are other people that speak mechanic language, and I just don't. I speak many other languages, but I don't speak that, and it's very confusing and frustrating for me. So when I go to the car place to have my car work done, I get very, very on edge, and can you tell? It just stresses me out talking about it. Anyway, so what's next? And I left the container over there. I cannot believe I did that. Oh. I wanted to tell you guys. So a project I have been eyeing and I guess stalking. I wouldn't say stalking. I just discovered it. I saw a few people. I heard someone talk about it once, and then I thought, ooh, I would love. So I have some hand spun. This is how this all starts. I have some hand spun. So this is my very first fleece that I ever processed and spun, and I completely spun it. And it is a Cotswold, so it is a long, I spun the living daylights out of this, you guys. So this one's not too terrible, but a couple of my skeins, especially the very first skein that I made, is kind of ropey, and it definitely is a rougher feel to it. Very pokey rustic, I would call it pokey. It is on pokey. On my wrist, it's not too terrible, but on my neck region, I feel like this is not my friend as much next to skin. However, my mom had this great idea, and I completely agree. She said I should make a coat, and I'm like, yes, I should make a coat. I have not knit a coat. I've made cardigans, but I have not made a coat. So my goal is to make a coat, and that's our dogs in the background. My husband's home, so he just set off an alarm. Anyway, this is the Miles shirt jacket. It is by Ozetta. This is a new to me designer. I am not familiar with Ozetta, but I looked out her work, and oh my word, it is gorgeous. All of her work's gorgeous. So this is, like I said, the Miles shirt jacket. It's very nice looking, super cozy. It is considered an Aran weight, the wool that she used, and I'm trying to remember what wool she used. I don't know. Multifarious, which basically is like, it's an unspun yarn, is what it is that she used. And as much as that's great, I did a little bit of a sample of one of the spins that I did, and I want to say it definitely is Aran weight, or like bulky, Aran bulky, and so I can get away with this. I also did another spin that I just did. I've only done one skein so far. I still have almost the whole fleece. Obviously not the whole fleece, because I did spin up about 140 yards. But this is a Gotland fleece. Very big difference from the Cotswold. It's much softer. It's really beautiful. This is also, I believe, a lamb fleece. So it's just, it's super, super soft and lustrous and gorgeous. Again, I did spin a little bit of the life. This is a 3-ply. This is a 2-ply. This was spun initially, no, I think this was spun on my wheel. This was spun on my wheel, so that's perfect. But it was 2-ply, and this is actually a 3-ply. And again, this kind of came up with the wraps per inch being around an Aran weight as well. So I'm not sure if I have enough to make a coat out of just this fleece, so I may combine the two. I think they obviously would go very well together. These are natural colors. These are not undyed. This was a multicolor fleece, and when I did the prep, I just prepped it together so that it turned out to be this beautiful gray. And then this one is definitely, it's kind of, it's a gray fleece is what it is, but it has some cream in there as well. And it's definitely reading more as a cream though, which is gorgeous. Very pretty neutral. I would do an entire coat in this if I could. But again, I don't know if I have enough of this fleece to do a whole coat or not, because it is a lamb fleece and I just don't know. I'm not very well versed yet when it comes to the weight of fleeces and like how much wool that actually will be when you spin it up, and if it will in fact be enough for a sweater, and let alone a coat, because a coat has some serious yardage. I mean, if you look at that, that's got some serious yardage. However, I think she has it estimated with around, I'm not giving too much away, this is on Ravelry, it is a purchase pattern though, but it tells you this kind of stuff on there. So, I mean, it has some serious yardage. For Aran weight, she's got it definitely over 1,000 yards, even for the smaller sizes. So, like, you would need some serious yardage here. And she's got, for that Multifarious, around at least 5 or 6 plates ish. So that's basically like she was saying, like 500 grams. If you think about it that way, it's like 500 grams or so to 600 grams of wool. So that's a lot of wool. And I do have 500 gram amounts of my my Nutiden, oh my word, my Nutiden yarn, but I definitely want to do stuff with my hand spun. I haven't done anything with it yet other than some socks, which is awesome, but I really want to make a garment, bigger garment that I can wear. And I have a really cool jar. I don't know if I shared it with you guys ever, and I need to do it at some point, but I have a really cool jar filled with antique buttons that are really cool, just super fun, vintage buttons. I say antique, but some of them are antique, some of them are vintage, and they're just super fun. Some Bakelite, like all kinds of fun buttons. And I think that would be super fun. Like, as you could see, she's got some really big buttons, chunky buttons with this, because that just really works well with the gauge of the knitting, and I just think that would be amazing. So yeah, so that's one of the projects I would like to do in the near future. But as I stated before, I need to do some serious spinning still if I want to get the rest of this done. I do have the other one done, but then, like, to figure out exactly how much of everything I need, this is a project that's going to take some serious time. But it's something that I'm thinking of a lot. Clearly, I made that investment of purchasing it. So I do want, I do want to make that. So that is coming up in the future here. And as I said, working on that fleece, continually spinning it. I took a break from that one, and I was spinning, it's a, let's see, Supernova Yarns is the brand. I got it from Michigan Fiber Festival this last year. It has some really pretty, it's not stellina, I can't remember what she calls it, but it looks like oil slick color, like every color. It's really super fun. So I'll have to show you guys that when I finish it. I'm still working on it. Like I said, progress. A slow process, but I learned how to do chain plying, and that's what I did here, is chain plying. So that's why it's a 3-ply. I basically spun up a lot of a single, and then I did chain plying with that one bobbin. So it's a great way to get a 3-ply, and all you have to do is one single. You don't have to make 3 different bobbins before you can ply. And the reason why that's awesome, other than the fact that like when you when you ply it, it's not impossible, but it is hard to get the exact same amount of wool on each bobbin, because you know, if one day you're spinning really, really tight and other days you're spinning looser and much more distance, it is hard to match that, because when you ply it, you're eventually going to run out of one of them, and then you'll have these random bobbins and you got to do something with it. Well, I found chain plying is amazing, because you just use the wool that is literally on that bobbin, and once you're done, and you don't have any extra. That's it. Done, finished, wonderful. So, and you get 3-ply yarn, which is super wonderful. It plumps nicely. It looks really good. It has great stitch definition, strength as well, so durability. So yeah, this is just 100% Gotland fleece. These are all 100% fleeces. I didn't add anything to them. So there's good and bad to that. The socks that I made were 100% llama. I think there was a little bit of tinsel in there, but very little. And as soft and wonderful as those DRK Everyday socks were, I did wear a little hole in one already, which I'm really sad about that. But it's not the fault of the designer at all. It is definitely just the nature of those really soft fibers, and I just need to reinforce the area that I walk on a lot. But other than that, I love that pattern, and I really like those socks. I do highly recommend the DRK Everyday socks, by the way. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'd love to hear what you're up to. I'd love to hear what you're making. If you're spinning, if you're a spinner, or if you are knitting, crochet, in the fiber arts, I would just love to hear from you guys. So I hope you're doing well again, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care. Bye.